Alright, is everything good? Is everything working? Yes. Looks like everything's good. Looks like everything's working. Let's make sure that my audio isn't being stupid. Looks like it's okay. Okay. Alright, so we're back in the venture. We're going to be doing the things again. Some agents want to talk to me for some missions. We're not really going to worry about that. We're going to claim whatever the hell that is. Redeem all this stuff to current station. Women's permaband tour cap. Can I not use that because I'm a man? They're a man's permaband tour cap? No? Well, that makes me sad. Did I automatically use the man's because I'm a male character? Is that what happened? I have a sinking feeling that's what happened. Or a distinct feeling? It's not really a sinking feeling, I guess. It sort of implies it was a bad feeling. Anyway, today we're gonna go back out to wormhole space. We're gonna huff some gas because that's what we want to do. We want to huff up some gas. Huff up the gas. Huff up the gas. Huff up the gas. Isk. Yeah, and in order to do that, we got to find ourselves a place. So let's go into the agent here. Let's go to exploration. Let's go to cosmic signatures. We only want to go to high sec. Let's do within 5 jumps. There we go. Oh no, I want to do at least 5 jumps. Ah well, that's fine. Within 10 jumps. There we go. But we're not going to do these ones that are super close. And the reason we're not going to do the ones that are super close is because this is the hub. Right, there's tons of people here. So if there's a wormhole in these areas, it's very likely that any resources or anything like that available have been exploited or gathered by somebody else. And so we don't want to deal with that, right? We want to go find ourselves. So we've been to Todrir. That was a good spot. Let's see. This actually has 3 signatures in the system today. So we're actually going to set that as a destination. Because yesterday it didn't have a wormhole in it, but it only had 1 signature. So if it's got 3, it might have a wormhole. It might be a brand new wormhole. And if it is, that'd be really great.
Warp drive active.
There we go. Let's get the warp drive in. So we're gonna teleport around here a little bit. We're gonna find ourselves a spot. And we're gonna huff some gas, and then we're gonna have a conversation. We're gonna talk about how MMO games could implement different skill sets, different player skill sets, in order to make MMOs better. And again, we're not going to be talking about, well, we are going to talk about things that Eve could change about Eve to make Eve better, but not because we think that Eve should change, but because Eve is the game we're playing right now, and it's easiest to view these things through the lens of Eve, right? Because this is the backdrop that we've got going on, and so the people in the chat are going to naturally kind of understand what systems Eve is bringing to the table, and how those systems could maybe be changed or improved. In order to make the game more fun, to make it accessible for more people, just generally make the game better. Teleport. 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 And it's crazy how long it takes just to get places in this game sometimes. Like 5 jumps doesn't seem like that much. It's a couple of minutes. Especially if you're not paying super close attention, you could just like end up sitting around for a while. I have a bad habit of alt-tabbing out of my game. Not paying attention. Alright, we're in the region we want to be in here. Let's motor off in that direction. Let's launch our little probies here. Let's open up our scanner window. Got a couple of things to scan literally right where I am. That's kind of interesting. That's honestly really interesting. Whatever, let's scan them down. Over here, little dude. We'll go up to 8 AUs here. Bammo. Oh, Annalise. Oh, Annalise. So we don't actually have the sounds from the analyzer anymore. Because we turned off the sounds from the D-scan the other day. And I actually also think I have the sounds from music off. Let me go ahead and turn those back on for y'all. Or Or, no, sorry, it's just because we're in the scanner screen. We don't have them. But the reason I turned that off is just because I'm going to be hitting this V button quite a bit, doing this D scan quite a bit, and that constant bong from the UI sound is pretty annoying. I would like to maybe have a little more fine control over what UI sounds were active and what ones weren't, but if the option is all or nothing, I choose nothing. What I really want here is a wormhole. That's the combat site. It's possible there's just not going to be any wormholes here today, which is fine. I don't mind not having a wormhole in this region. I accidentally went to 16 AU instead of 8 because I suck. I don't even know why I'm using the D scan right now. I'm not going to get attacked. I'm in fucking 1.0 space right next to the gate. Okay, well that worked being at 16. I wonder if I could shrink it down straight to 4 here. And if we'd still be good. Let's hope. Let's fucking hope. Hey, it worked. We good. Gotta get that scan on. Give me that scan. Another combat site. This is so terribly sad. Ba, 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 ba. Oh no. Can I have the car tonight? Baby, baby, can I be the one to love you with all of my might? Right. Oh, got one of these double ups here. I usually double click and then just go after the one that it claims it is. So far, that's worked most of the time. It hasn't worked every time, but it's worked most of the time, so we just keep doing that. Du bum bum bum. Du hast bum bum bum. Du hast mich. Hey, it's a wormhole, ladies and gentlemen. This is exciting. I'm so excited. Doom, 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 that I just can't hide it. Doom, 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 doom. I'm about to lose control and I think I like it. I'm in a pretty sing-songy mood today. All right, unstable wormhole. Take me to the wormhole. Take me to the wormhole. So we're going to do a thing when we get to this wormhole. So what I always do now, and this comes at the recommendation of some of my viewers, is because these are things you have to scan down, you don't keep these scanned down permanently. these things will unscan at some point. And so it's important for you to put a bookmark. Because if you don't put a bookmark, then you have to scan that motherfucker down again. We don't have very many wobbles. Well, maybe it is a little wobbly. Let's see what we got here. Let's look at show info. This is heading into unknown parts of space, which means it's going to be C1 through C3. And it says this wormhole is beginning to decay and probably won't last another day. So that's good. That means we have more than 4 hours to explore and utilize this wormhole. But what we're going to do is we're going to approach it. We're going to get hella close to it. We're going to hit our control B here and we're going to hit enter. First, let's make sure, because I come to Todrir a lot. So let's remove this location. And we're going to enter here and we're going to submit that. And that's going to take us right on top of the wormhole. So we can just boop, go right in every time from now on. And then we're going to do kind of the same shit here. We're going to hit the wormhole right here. We're going to approach it. And we're going to try and zero here on the wormhole. And the reason we want to do that, so number one is we're going to hit Control V. We're going to turn this into an exit. Nope, we want to approach. We want to get right here on top of this wormhole. We want to zero it out. We want to launch these probes. And then we're going to center the probes on us when we zero here. So we center the probes on us. We go to the smallest size. We analyze. And that's going to scan down this wormhole so we can find it. But we also have the exit. We want to scan down this wormhole so we can find it. Because we don't want to... we don't want to scan it while we're out doing our stuff. And now we're going to make a safe location by warping to a random planet. And just going ahead and making a safe spot just out in space somewhere there. Sorry, I got a notification on my Discord. All right, and then we go back to our save point.
Warp drive active.
Now we're going to be able to start scanning stuff down here. This wormhole is way out in the middle of nowhere. My goodness. All right. Then we're going to head off that way into the big blue nothing. Or big black nothing. We're going to hit our little micro warp drive. And hopefully nobody will find us this way. And we can go into our F9 mode again. We could just start looking at burning down some signatures here. Let's see about this one right here. We always want to center those cosmic signatures because it helps make things easier to line up here. We're going to go up to 8 AUs. And we hit a little scanny scan here. And then we center this bad boy again. We just scanning things down here. Always shrinking the size as we go. What do we get? Hey, it's a gas site. First try here with the gas site. Nice. Something we do want to check actually that I didn't look at is we want to look at exactly what kind of space we're in. Yeah, we're in C1 space, which is phenomenal. I mean, just phenomenal. I'm so happy. C1 space is the easy kind of space, which means the enemies that are going to show up at this gas site, I'm going to be able to kill. So I'm going to be able to go, grab myself a destroyer or something like that, take these enemies out. So I'm going to be able to exploit this entire gas site. We're sort of off the beaten path just a little bit here because we went ahead and moved to Todrir. So we're not right next to one of the main hubs right now, which means that anybody who comes this way or comes into this wormhole is probably coming from deeper in wormhole space. And they're not necessarily going to want to be in a C1, right? C1 zones aren't necessarily what most people are looking for because um,
Warp drive
well,
active.
they're just not. So we got, let's see here. We made ourselves an exit. We made ourselves a safe. We are going to make ourselves a mark on the gas because, again, you can lose scan on these. So once we get to the gas site, we are also going to mark that. Oh, no, we're not. Oh, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me. These vigilant sentries can absolutely kill me in one shot here. Oh, no, they didn't. Yo, I might be able to take those. If I bring a destroyer? Because that only hit me for like 300 DPS. Okay, well, we've got this site scanned down for right now. So we should have long enough to try and bring a destroyer back in. So let's go outfit our destroyer real quick. Let's go bring a destroyer back. Let's take out those sentries because one gas site is absolutely enough for us. All we need, right, is one gas site per day. If we find a gas site that we can exploit 100% of every single day, we make over 100 million ISK. And 100 million ISK, 100 million ISK every day is all we need in order to be okay, looks like this is the only place here. Anyway, 100 million a day is all we need in order to be able to pay our fucking Omega, which is perfect. And I'm actually making over 100 mil a day. I'm making 150 mil plus a day, but that's mostly because I play a lot. Not really because this is so great. Once you find your gas site, you make about 20 to 30 mil an hour, depending on what type of gas it is. So, can I just board a Corvette here? Yes, I can. We're going to go ahead and go to Heck. So take Heck, set destination. Close, undock it. Too good. Too fucking good. And then we just boop teleport.
Warp drive active.
Shoo ba doo bop 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 ba ba doo bop bop. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten. Don't ask me why I've got Christmas music in my head, but if I've got it in my head, you motherfuckers gotta hear it too.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
The star system has been secured by Edencom.
Warp drive active.
Oh, I'm talking to myself. Had myself on mute like an asshole. And take me to heck.
Warp drive active.
I'm very excited about this freaking thing that we found. Alright, let's go back to our main base of operations here.
Warp drive active.
And then let's go huff some freaking gas. We gonna huff that gas.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
There we go. Thought it was gonna take all day for them to accept my docking request. You know what I haven't checked today is my balance. Still haven't made any currency off of all the stuff I've been trying to sell. Weird. It's so bad that the regional markets have kind of died in favor of just the Jita market. And that everybody just goes to Jita, it seems like, and lives near there. Makes me hella sad. We're gonna revive this market. It's gonna be a thing that happens. Look at all these reapers. Good times. All right, fittings. Let's go to my personal fittings. We're going to go to destroyers. This is the one we used previously. We're going to use this one again. We're going to go ahead and buy all of this. It's going to cost us about 10 mil, even though it only says 7.6 here. Some of the stuff is a little more expensive because, again, this is... Ooh, it's going to cost us over 11 mil. Wow. Okay. That's fine. We're still going to buy it. We have to have it, right? And I'm not flying all the way to Jita just to get a destroyer. Oh, I do have 2 of them. I should have just kept one of them. Or not bought a new one, but that's fine. I do love the Thrasher. I love the way the Minmatar ships look. I wonder if I have... We're going to have to look. Let's go back in here. Let's fit the ship. Let's go in here. Let's grab... Let's see, we've got more of this ammunition than anything else. We'll drop that. And then let's see if we do have Blue Tiger. Oh. Let's rock that Blue Tiger right there. Like that. Bammo, ladies and gentlemen. We looking too fine. Now we need to go to Tadrir here. Set destination, and away we go.
Warp drive active.
Alright, while we're doing that, let's get all these things put together. We're going to make 2 sets because there's 7, right? There's no point in putting all those in the same spot. That goes there. This is an active. There we go. There we go. Now put these together so they don't... Nope. Take me away. I'm sailing away. Well, the dawn is breaking, it's early morning. Taxi's waiting, blowing his horn, and already I'm so lonesome I could die. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go.
Drive active.
'Cause I'm leaving on a thrasher. Gonna go blow these sentry guns up. Dude, I'm so excited. This is gonna be so much fun. Gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be a little difficult, and I'm gonna end up having myself in a pretty bad situation. When I go flying in there, I'm kind of like
Warp drive.
flying into the center of the sentry guns. So it's gonna be pretty important to get locks on them as quickly as possible and start shooting them down, and also to get flying as quickly as possible. So we're going to want to, as we zoom in, we're going to start locking things, and then we're going to start flying forward, and then we're going to select one to orbit, and just try and get ourselves moving, because a little bit of motion is going to go a long way towards maybe not getting a shot in the face. I don't really want to get shot in the face. But we have like 7,000 EHP, and that venture only has like 2k EHP, so we should be good. We should be good. Oh, babe, I hate to go. I loaded 16 tons. What do you get? Yo, what up, lounge? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company's store. How are you today? What are you getting up to? How's your time in EVE Online going? Loaded 16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. Didn't expect a Tennessee Ernie Ford reference. Say what now? I don't know who Tennessee Ernie Ford is, but... Oh, okay. Is that who wrote that song? I don't know the people who wrote the songs that I sing most of the time, or even where they come from. I just kind of know the songs. or at least parts of them.
Warp drive active.
A lot of the songs that I know I learned just from random people. So I've been doing musical theater my whole life. And one of the things that happened a lot in my community theater group when I was a kid was after the shows, we'd all be in the dressing room, getting our makeup off, changing out of our costumes into our street clothes and stuff like that. And then we'd all go out to like a Denny's or an IHOP or something and, have some pancakes or whatever and hang out. Um, but yeah, so one of the things that always happened is that we would start singing a whole lot. And usually now, oh, I am definitely losing this ship. I definitely did not see this coming. Wow, okay.
Warp drive active.
Can you survive? Don't explode? No explodey? No, I exploded.
Warp drive active.
I definitely thought I was going to be able to take those because they didn't seem to do very much damage to my venture. That sucks. Well, there goes 11 million ISK. I'm really good at getting killed, let me tell you. They say that a man is made out of blood. Poor man's made out of No, they say that a man is made out of mud. Poor man's made out of muscle and blood. Muscle and blood and skin and bone.
Warp drive active.
Yo, what up, Twist? Happy Friday. How are you? Mind that's weak and a back that's strong.
Docking request accepted.
All right, well, I guess we'll get back in our venture here. We definitely need a much stronger vehicle. Um, let's see, where are we at with our Minmatar frigate here? If I apply the skill points I have available, I only have 12,000 skill points. That's not going to get me 10 days. That's going to get me, well, mostly nothing. But I need to get my Minmatar frigate up. So let's go ahead and readjust this again. Let's go ahead and add the skill points we have available to speed this up as much as humanly possible. Bring it down to 9 days. We only saved 6 hours. Fantastic. Really fantastic. But we need to get that. We need to get that tier 2. You blew up yourself last night? No kidding. Fucking getting blown up, dude. So terrible. I just want to huff some gas, you know what I mean? Why do I gotta get blown up? It's not fair.
Warp drive active.
I don't want to explode. I don't know which one of y'all it was, but I started watching that Altered Carbon TV show the other day. I've only gotten through like 2 episodes so far. But gracious. It really puts into stark relief what it must be like for the capsular when they get exploded and have to go move into a new body in a new capsule. It must be traumatic. Get blown out an airlock in outer space and then just boom. I was hacking or trying to, and then suddenly boom. Yeah, that'll happen. Those hacking sites, they're popular. They are freaking popular. That's right. I gotta go to my safe location. I can't just stay here.
Warp drive active.
Ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum ba-dum ba-da-dum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum ba-da-dum ba-dum bum bum ba-da-da-boo 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 ba-da-boo-boo-doo-boo-doo-boo-doo. Alright, let's just go off into a spot here. Let's launch our little probies. Let's open up our little map. Let's go scan down some signatures. This one is right next to my wormhole, which is interesting. I don't imagine it's going to be a gas. Probably a combat site. But we gonna check it anyway. We've only got 3 sites to check in here. We already have a gas in this region, so I'm going to be really shocked if we get another one. I imagine one of these 2 over here is going to be a wormhole. I don't know what the hell perimeter ambush point is. I assume that's another player's something or other. So maybe there's a group that lives in this space here. Wasn't by a player. I was too close to the target and failed the hack and it blew me up. I didn't know that could happen. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, man. That's good times right there. So that's one of those things I'm starting to notice more and more that Eve has made a pretty minor effort to do the thing over the years that I've recently started realizing is an important part of MMOs. And that's that they seem to be trying to get some different player skill sets involved. And hacking is actually one of those things. But it's such a poor implementation that there's 2 wormholes literally on top of each other here. That's crazy. They're gonna like collide into each other and create a black hole. Anyway, uh, and so the hacking thing is kind of a different skill set than the regular game, right? It's kind of a puzzle, and if you're really good at figuring out the puzzle and understanding, how the systems work, then you can actually get through those really easily. The problem is it's way too short. Um, and it doesn't it doesn't express that skill set a lot or really well. And so something that I was actually thinking of just the other day was it would be cool if that first part of the hack was just the first part of getting one of those relic sites, and doing the hack actually took you into some sort of a safe space, because you can't leave people sitting out in open space where they can be attacked while they hack down a relic site. But you also don't want them to just instantly be able to pop into the relic site, because then if you're being chased, you could just go to a nearby relic location, um, and be safe by popping into a relic site. So that first little bit of that hack, I think would be cool if it stayed the same. And then it like drew you into the relic site or something like that and sort of protected you. And then there was some additional gameplay involved, just more puzzling, um, something that took maybe 5 or 10 minutes. Because if it takes a little while, then you can give better rewards. And if there's legitimate skill expression to it, right? Like the speed at which you complete the puzzle could increase your rewards, or the number of times you don't go the wrong way, even if it takes you a long time or something like that, can change your rewards, which would make a player's skill at those systems relevant to how much reward they could get. And the reason that's important is skill expression determining how much value you get out of something is the only way for markets to actually work. So the reason markets suck in MMO games is there's very little skill expression in gaining resources and valuable materials and stuff like that in MMO games, right? Like what I'm doing right now doesn't require enough skill that anybody can't do it, and that anybody can't do it at sort of the highest level. The only thing that prevents you from, maybe being able to huff the best kinds of gas is your actual character's skills, right? Embarrassing because it was a tutorial mission. Hey, whatever, stuff happens. But when you have player skills and you have different player skills, then you start to have a much more vibrant market, because now people are legitimately trading their time by trading what they're good at for what they're bad at. So, and we're going to talk about this when I can actually start huffing gas. And I don't actually have to be playing here. I'm going to draw some stuff, because I went through, I really thought about what I wanted to talk about today last night. And so we're going to be discussing why MMO markets are garbage and how they can be fixed in the future. Because there's really only one thing that has value in a player market, and that's player time. And so markets tend to get solved based on how much time it takes to gain a certain resource. And as soon as that solution is mathed out, most things in a game just have that value. And so it becomes really, really difficult to use your time in a profitable way, right? There's just X amount of profit, and that's all that's really available. And you just kind of do the thing, and there's no interaction, there's no intrigue, there's no skill behind it, there's no any of that stuff. And so skill expression is very important for that, but not just expressing a single skill, expressing a wide variety of skills. Uh, because if I'm good at something, but I'm bad at something else, then I want to be able to do the thing I'm good at to pay for the thing I'm bad at, because ultimately that will net me time, right? Because if it's going to take me, if I need both things, right? Say there's two skill sets that get expressed in a game. There's combat and there's a rhythm game. And I need the resources from both of these two things. Oh, just a wormhole. Well, let's actually not. I don't know which wormhole I came through. Yeah, okay, let's finish this one. Even if they have a perimeter ambush point on it. But anyway, say there's a rhythm game and combat in a game. And I'm really bad at the rhythm game, but I'm really good at combat. But I need the things that both of these gameplay loops give me. So what I would do is instead of wasting my time playing the rhythm game, which I'm bad at, I could instead do twice as much combat and then get the stuff from the rhythm game by paying somebody else with the stuff from the combat game.
Warp drive active.
And then we both end up saving time, right? And that's profit for both of us. But when everything only has one skill set, right? When everything is just expressed through combat or, through your moment to moment control of your character, then there's no trade, there's no interaction, there's no any of that. There's no optimizing your own skill and interacting with players who have different skills than you. It's just all about where's my fucking wormhole?
Warp drive active.
How did I get stopped from warping? Why does this keep happening? What's stopping me when I'm warping on my way to something? I don't understand. Sometimes I just stop halfway. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. Get these things back. Where's this gonna take me? Deadly unknown parts of space? Well, that's creepy, but we're gonna go in anyway. So go ahead and do this. We've got enter 2. That's probably close enough. Take me in. Then we go back at the wormhole here. Approach. We've got exit 2. And we reload our probes. Oh, please approach again. Launch our probes. When we get to 0 meters, we're going to center our probes on ourselves. This is taking way too long. I'm totally going to die. Please get in there. Also, are these my probes? Yes, they are. Okay, good. Okay, seriously? If you don't motherfucking get in there. Okay, well, we're going to center it. We're going to do this. We're going to hope that that works. And in the meantime, we're going to go to some random planet.
Warp drive active.
Make ourselves a little safe point here in space. Got a lot of signatures to scan down here, which is great. Go ahead and go to our safe spot.
Warp drive active.
Let's center these on us here in a really tight formation so that nobody sees them while we're not doing our stuff. All right, let's start at the top here. Cosmic signature. Let's go. Use some of that sweet, sweet gas. Give me some of that sweet, sweet gas. There's a prospect within 5 AUs of me. Somebody's out here huffing gas already. Well, crap. We can't stay here.
Warp drive active.
There's somebody in here huffing gas and they see my shit running around. Then they'll just get somebody to come after me. You just kind of have to assume that everybody's in an alliance or a corp. Because even if they're not in a corp, there's a pretty decent chance that they're multi-boxing. And so I have no defense, right? I'm just Joe Blow nobody here. We're gonna go to our original exit. There is another wormhole in here
Active.
that I've scanned down, so we're gonna go get next to our wormhole. Then we're gonna find one that's just a couple of AUs away. We're gonna go through that one and see what's up. What we need to do, though, is we need to take enter 2. We need to remove that location. Alright, and then we have wormhole N1 is the one right here. So 11 kilometers. Even though this says only 600 meters. We've got a wormhole that's 5 AU, and we should have a wormhole that's 87. There you go. So this is the one we want to warp to right now.
Warp drive active.
Should be real close. Let's see what this one is. Lead to null security space. Okay, this wormhole's beginning to decay. That would just take us out to null space. And let's go see. Let's go look at null space. What do we got? Large Bistot ore site. We got any anomalies? Medium Arcanor, small Arcanor. A drone herd. We got a couple of cosmic sites to scan down. I mean, I can't really do anything out here unless... I mean, I guess there can be gas sites out here, right? Of different types than what I normally get. So I could maybe find some gas out here. There's nobody else in the local. Where am I? Let's show on map here. Oh, I'm actually not that far. Okay. Well, let's scan down some sites, right? Let's see what's up.
Warp drive active.
Control B, exit. Ooh, almost didn't make it. Almost got myself trapped out here because I didn't leave myself a way back. That's funny. Okay, let's go to our safe spot.
Warp drive active.
And we'll just hang out here until we see somebody else in the local. If somebody else pops, we'll probably bail. This is actually a good idea, I think. If you find a wormhole in an area, going through and scanning down another wormhole in whatever wormhole space it takes you to is probably a good way to escape fleets when you're in nullsec, because they're not going to be able to know exactly where that next wormhole is. And so you're going to be able to, within just 2 jumps, right, 2 exits, be able to just escape them completely if they don't have the wormholes inside of there scanned down. Let's see, I'm over here, so this is my wormhole. So let's do this one. Let's see what kind of site this is. And let's also take this and let's enable always above full screen. Because if I'm going to be out here in nullsec space, we definitely want to have our local up. Because, I mean, I'm safe, right? Even if you're stealth or cloaked, you still show up in local, right? If nobody's in local, I don't even need to worry about my D-scan because nobody's here. So if somebody pops in local, I can just leave. And I probably definitely want to leave, right? There's a really slim chance that I'm just gonna get away with hanging out in nullsec with people around. Not exactly well protected here. And I don't exactly have friends. But maybe we'll get something cool. Maybe we'll be able to do something. Maybe we'll find something interesting. Who knows? Boom, boom, boom. What do we got? Combat side. Don't give a shit about combat side. Boom. Boom. Bow, bow, bow. You're in Great Wildlands, which is basically one of the more unpopulated areas of nullsec. So the chances you see people are actually fairly slim. Perfect. Perfect. And there are gas clouds out here, right? Maybe we just huff gas in nullsec then. We'll go fly around, have some fun. That's funny, because the Great Wildlands is just where I've wanted to go live anyway. Fantastic how that's working out. Hey, speaking of which, Mitani, I found out last night where your name comes from. Because I was reading up on some Eve history. Another combat site. Okay. Well, fuck. Wildlands itself is generally considered poor nullsec since it's all NPC space. Can't have any upgrades, so the sites are generally very poor in quality for the anomalies. Well, that's kind of what I want though. I want to live in NPC space because I don't want to have to fight people all the time. I don't mind fighting people, but it can't be an all the time thing. P0Q86. Cool, let's go down to there. Okay, well, it's not telling me which one's where. Whatever. We're going through this one. We're going through this one. Desolated asteroid belt? I mean, that seems like fun. We got some moons. The whole of Wildlands probably has less than 2k NPCs killed in the last 24 hours, compared to something like Sovereign Nullsec, which have 10 times that in a single system. I mean, that's fucking fantastic. Because I don't want to kill NPCs. I want to go mine resources and shit. Yeah, another zone where I'm the only motherfucker. That's great. Let's warp to this spot.
Warp drive active.
Create myself a safe location. I mean, as long as I keep seeing nobody in local, then I feel just fine. There's not, I can't get killed by nobody. So I'm fine. If I need to run away, I will. Although I haven't been leaving myself a record of where I'm coming from. So we might have a hard time getting out of here. Used to live down there for about a year, hunting capitals and super capitals moving through the region. Nice. What an asshole. Alright, launch me some probes. There are NPC stations out here, right? So I'll still have like somewhere to dock up if I live myself out here. Quite a few NPC stations you should have no trouble finding one. Good deal. Perfect. I mean, I'm not there yet. I'm not trying to live out here until I've got a couple of multi boxes going at least. But something to look forward to in the next year or so, hopefully. By quite a few, I mean 3. That's good enough. 3's good enough. Let's see, and that's a combat side also. Okay. Well, it seems to me that finding gas out here is going to be much more difficult. So let's go to Stargates. Let's see, this one's 25, this one's 19. Let's just go back this way. From where we are, we came down here. We want to go... Oh, shit. We're right here. Want to go right here? Set that destination. One jump. Going through this Stargate. Dope.
Warp drive active.
Really hope this is the way. we're gonna get back into high sec here. We're gonna go find another spot to look for a wormhole, to look for some gas. This is always the worst part for me, is trying to find my freaking gas spot. It takes hours. Right, then we want to go to exit.
Warp drive active.
Bounce out through this wormhole.
Warp drive active.
Now we get to flock out of here. I'm really sad that I wasn't able to go use this gas site, and that I just got straight up nuked. Needed some missiles or something. Okay. Let's take a peek, see here. 3 signatures here, 1 signature, 2 signatures. 2 signatures. Let's go here.
Warp drive active.
2 signatures, good chance for a wormhole. Take us into some different wormhole space, see if we can't find some gas. I need a relatively small gas site that doesn't have sentries on it, so that when the enemies come, I can kill them. And then I can huff the whole gas site. Because 1 gas site's all I need in a day.
Warp drive active.
I don't think there's any type of gas that wouldn't give me at least 100 million if I got the entire thing. Although I am having a serious problem selling my gas. I don't know if I need to compress it to sell it. My understanding is there's a loss
Drive active.
if you compress gas. Because when you try and uncompress it, because you can't use it compressed or something, is that correct? So when you try to uncompress it, there's a bit of a loss in that process. And so I would assume it's more valuable uncompressed, but maybe the ability to transport it is too important. So maybe it needs to be compressed to sell anyway. I thought it said there were 2 cosmic signatures here. Whatever. Wonder if this will be a wormhole. Can we please reload? Gotta get that boom, boom, boom. I seriously doubt, as close as it is to the sun, that this will be a wormhole. Normally, I feel like they're a little more on the periphery. Generally, due to the ease of transport, gas is a huge amount of volume, uncompressed. People buying the gas to use in production very often will need to ship it to production areas. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought might be the case, but do you compress it in the same places that you compress minerals, or is there a special compression? Better to take a small hit on the loss from uncompressing than to have to make like 20 trips. Absolutely. That makes sense. That makes sense. What doesn't make sense is how hard it is for me to find gas sites that I can actually use. You know, I was just thinking, I was using that destroyer to attack those sentries, but a big part of the problem I'm having, if I remember correctly, gas can only be compressed if there's an industrial command ship running the compression module. Okay. So that's not a thing that I'm just going to be able to do. Got it. So then the thing that people are going to do then is buy my gas from me and then compress it and then move it. They're not going to expect to buy compressed gas. We're going to check this site out real quick. And if I can find a good gas site in here, then we'll just go ahead and huff that. If not, so one of the things that was difficult about me trying to kill those sentry guns with my destroyer was too slow to close the distance. But I'm pretty sure my Rifter Fit uses a micro warp drive and has the same, if not more, um, the same, if not more effective HP, but moves significantly faster and will probably be difficult to track. So I may be able to actually get in there on those sentries. Let's actually, give me a sec. Let's check what kind of space this is. Probably won't last another day. Unknown parts of space. Fantastic. But yeah, so I might go ahead and just grab my Rifter Fit and take it in there and see if I can't take out those sentry guns. If I lose it, I lose it, whatever. Yo, look at all these moons in here. What the fuck is going on?
Warp drive active.
Almost forgot to put that exit in there again. Yeah, so when I just read it, it said that it would still take heavy ships through.
Warp drive active.
At least I thought it said it would still take heavy ships through. Yeah, I had kind of figured out that there was a mass limit to them yesterday, but I didn't realize that that one said it was about to collapse. It's likely someone is living in here, was running sites, so they leave their connections as critical mass so nothing dangerous like a fleet can get through. Well, that's interesting. What space is this? This is C2 space. Do you just get a big ship and then run it back and forth through the wormhole until it says critical mass or something in order to do that? Another wormhole. Actually, that's probably my wormhole. Boom, boom. There's a specific way to do it correctly, but I don't know how. I never fully lived in a wormhole. Really need to close wormholes in my area of nullsec. Okay. Hey, Zero Gravy, what's up? Thanks for the raid. How'd your stream go today, bud? Just okay. Oh, that's nothing but wormholes. Okay.
Warp drive active.
How's Eve going? Did you blast some nerds? No. No, I in fact did not blast any nerds. Mostly, I am the nerd on the receiving end of the blasting. What's up, Sai? How are you today? I am almost always the nerd on the receiving end of the blasting. I'm doing great. Just running around trying to figure out what the hell I'm doing in this game. Getting lost, getting my ships blown up,
Warp drive active.
generally sucking. Hermit is not he ganks. I don't gank anybody. What are you talking about? I ganked one person in Dune. One. Why are you trying to slander my name, Gravy? I'm a nice person. That's just fucking mean, dude. Just fucking mean.
Active.
Where's my Titan? I don't. 13 days, dude. 13 days. How am I supposed to have a Titan in 13 days? Can I get just a little bit of time to learn how the game works before I have to have the biggest, most expensive ship in the entire game? You're a ridiculous person.
Warp drive active.
Caldari doesn't win shit. Nothing but corporate slaves. Nothing but corporate slaves. The infinite resources of the universe and the members of the Caldari faction have chosen to be ruled by capitalist pigs. What a sad state of affairs. I mean, you won't. The Minmatars would never go for that.
Docking request accepted.
I don't think the Amar would either. They've probably got planets in their area of space that they consider holy. You might be able to get the Galente to sell you their section of space, though. We all know how corruptible governments are. Grease the right palms, you'll be good to go. Alright, we're going to board our Corvette here. We're going to go back to Heck. We're going to get ourselves our little frigate. And we're going to see if we can't take out those sentry guns with it. Because I feel like it might be possible. Just maybe. Who knows? Nobody knows. Not true. There's probably a couple of you in the chat that know that I'm going to die. And you're going to let me go get this frigate anyway. Get some snacks? Hell yeah. Want to share? I can have snack?
Warp drive active.
Ooh, roasted peanuts. Delicious. We've been eating a lot of pistachios and cashews around my house lately. And who doesn't want pistachios and cashews? Pistachio. Pistachio. One peanut went for one Minmatar blood. That sounds just like a corporate. Just like a corporate. All they want is blood, sweat, and tears, and all they pay is peanuts. Looks like you've chosen the correct faction. for yourself, Gravy. Oh, he runs through, but yeah, exactly. Just disgusting. You disgust me.
Warp drive active.
Going back to my home.
Active.
Yeah, they've been doing great, Gravy. Doing absolutely great. Viewership is way up since we started streaming Eve, which is fantastic. The number of different people I get to interact with is also way up since we started streaming Eve. There's a lot of people who come and watch my Eve streams pretty much every day, but there's also a lot of just random new people popping in and saying what's up and having a quick chat and stuff like that, which has been really, really good for my general enjoyment of the whole process. So I have been really, really happy with it. It feels a lot like it did when we were back playing Once Human and we're having super good streams back then. It's been a while since we've managed to have um, such active streams, so I'm really happy.
Warp drive active.
Been really, really happy. And the Eve community, despite this game being such a hardcore PvP wasteland, the Eve community is actually really kind of nice. Like, they come in the stream and they try to be helpful and give me information and encouragement. Not really what you would expect from a hardcore PvP game. You'd expect for people to be coming in here and just being like, get fucked, noob. You're a piece of crap. Everything you do sucks. But it's not really what's happening at all. So, very happy about that.
Warp drive active.
I don't want none of the filthy Calderius. That's blood money. That's blood money. You got people working on mining ships, working themselves to the bone for peanuts so that they can turn a huge profit. I don't want no part of that.
Docking permission requested.
Docking permission
accepted.
requested. Alright, do I have a rifter or do I need to buy a rifter? I think I need to buy a rifter. Let's spend some more currency here. Get a frigate. Get a Minmatar frigate. Get a Rifter. Can't use this shield extender. So we need to get a small shield extender. Small shield extender 1. Bop. This says I'm stupid. Thought this had more effective HP. But whatever. Buy it all. I've been playing Eve on and off, just relaxing. Just want to stay in high sec and do some relaxing stuff. I mean, I think that's a great plan. Really? I can't buy these? Is that really how that's going to go? Cool, cool. Thanks, game. Have to find something else I can do then. I mean, there's tons to do in high sec space here. Let's hit the ship. Oh, I already have a booster. I was able to get this on there,
in that location.
but I can't use it. So let's open up my inventory. Let's take this.
There is already something in that location.
Really? Take that off and do shield extender. Small shield extender 1. Perfect. Cool, cool. If I see Hermito in high sec, I'm dying fighting you. Will be an honor. If you see me in high sec, I will probably be in a ship designed specifically for gathering. So the likelihood that you're going to die seems pretty slim, since the likelihood that I'm going to attack you also slim. Can I take this off? Can I get a micro warp drive? Micro warp drive. Let's do... let's take that off. Will this go on here? Oh, just barely overloads my power grid. No! You know what I don't need? I don't need that on. Because these are sentries, right? So we can get a micro warp drive on there. Still overloads my power grid, huh? Yeah, make some eggs and stuff. Get you some food. Shoot. Ship's armor repairer amount. Ship's power grid capacity. Let's see. Let's go to these right here. Let's look at rigs. Is it engineering? So this small ancillary current router is what I have. Do I have the ability to use this? If I take that off, oh, yep, we're going to destroy it. It's going to happen. Can I put that on there? It looks like I can. So, and then if I turn this back on, no, our CPU goes over. That's fine though. We can just leave this off. So we need a small ancillary current router 2 and a micro warp drive. Small ancillary current router 2. Buy that. That's expensive. Bucket. Micro warp drive. 5mm micro warp drive. It's actually 5 meganewton, but whatever. Exit simulation. Pop this up. All right. My micro warp drive.
Insufficient power.
And we destroy this. And we get this one. And then we turn this on. Perfect. Like a friggin' boss. Oh, we've only got 20 seconds of active use here, though. I didn't think about that. I didn't think about that. I think we're going to have to use the micro warp drive to close the distance and then turn it off. Because if I turn this off, we've got minutes. Yeah, no, this is definitely going to go poorly. We're definitely going to explode. Yeah, I was thinking about that too, Twist, but I think if I reduce my armor and stuff too much, can I get a battery in this? Because I'm not using this slot, so is there a medium battery slot? Small cap battery. Increases capacitor storage, provides defense against energy leads and energy newt effect. Can I use the cap battery too? What are the requirements? Do I have them? It looks like I do. So let's go into simulate. Let's take this down. Let's put a cap battery 2 in here. That'll overload my power grid and my CPU. What about a cap battery 1? Still overloads my power grid by 0.7. Are you fucking kidding me? Because we're cap stable if we turn off the micro warp drive. We have 13 minutes when the micro warp drive is inactive. Oh, it's by 6.7. Never mind. Not by 0.7. Ah, I hate this game. I guess I could use 2 of these maybe. Small ancillary current router 2. We put that in there. No, we're still short. I'm really putting myself between a rock and a hard place here. Can I even fly any bigger ships? I don't need like a good version of anything. If I could just fly a carrier, I'd be good. But I don't think I can even fly a carrier. Or a cruiser, not a carrier, battle cruiser. I mean, if I could just rock a rupture up in there, I'm sure I could probably take those things out with just a basic rupture fit. What do I need? What am I missing? I want to use this thing. I need Minmatar Destroyer 3 and Minmatar Cruiser 1. Yeah, we're not getting that right now. Would a Talwar be better? We could use missiles, but I don't have missile bonuses. Black. Being on a 13-day-old account sucks. Can't do shit. I don't know what to do. I don't think there's anything I can do. I think I'm pretty much just fucked. Those things can't have very many hit points. They've got to be pretty easy to kill. Which would mean that running something like this would maybe work. What are the rockets? Let's see. Simulate. Let's find a fit here. No fits. Okay. Cool. This says it benefits from rockets. Is that right? Not missiles. Do the Minmatars have anything missile based instead of rocket based? The Breacher, okay. Let's take a look at that. I don't really care much about what's going on here as far as what I can't use. Oh, I can't use these. That sucks. Mostly what I'm worried about is I want to know, were you in the same gas cloud as yesterday and NPC showed up? No, I was in a new gas cloud. Um, and it's got some of those. So it's in a C1 space, which is the really easy space. And so it's got some of those towers or whatever in it, vigilant towers or whatever. And so I don't think they have very much hit points because they hit really hard and they're stationary. So I think they're supposed to be really easy to kill, but they attack you from really far away. So what I'm trying to do is maybe find, it must be on the rockets themselves that show you their range. Maximum velocity is 2 kilometers a second. Maximum flight time is 2 seconds. So they can only go 4.5 kilometers. That's totally useless. Got it. Oh, because those are rockets. What I want is fucking missiles. We not find missiles. Missile. Light missile launcher. Show info. Used with. Sure, show info. 100 kilometer maximum auto targeting range. Maximum flight time is 5 seconds. Maximum velocity is 3,750 meters a second. So can go 15 kilometers. A little less than 20. Also duty. Okay. Well, I think the answer is just that I'm fucked. I think that's what the answer is. And that's so goddamn depressing. Okay, well, I gotta use the restroom and take the beans out of the Instant Pot real quick and throw in some potatoes. So I'll be right back. Give me about 5 minutes. Okay. I am now thoroughly fucking annoyed. I understand that as a new player, there is a limit to what I can accomplish. But I'm in C1 space. I personally don't see any goddamn reason that I can't kill these stupid sentries. What does this thing do? As far as power and stuff is concerned, if I take it off, get a lot more CPU, but we don't get any power. We're definitely not going to be able to put a battery in there. I mean, I just don't even know what to do at this point. This is awful. And I mean, it all boils down to just skills, right? I just need more skills. I just don't have any fucking skill points. Oh, why is this gone? In the der. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I mean, I guess I can get some skill points, right? I could finish up some of this enforcer stuff. Try and do the explorer thing. Self 600,000 skill points pretty quick. Actually, if I just do the enforcer, I'll end up with 400,000. I need 75 for that, and then I think I need 75 for this. I'm at 2,215. Yeah, I only need 45 points for this, 35 points for this. I mean, it's not a question of being able to fit. Even if I could fit everything that I'm trying to fit onto this ship, it's unlikely that I would be able to kill the enemies that I need to get up to a Tech 2 ship. And that's just kind of all there is to it. So let's see, we got 2 more here. Complete 15 sites. That'll give me 25 career points. So it'll give me 50 career points. So if I complete 20 more combat sites, then I will get all the points I need to get 400,000 more skill points. So if I get 400,000 more skill points, then I can, hopefully, that's enough to do 9 days for the Minmatar frigate. Then I can have Minmatar frigate tier 5, and then I can use Tech 2 frigates, which will allow me to use the Wolf, which will give me a frigate that has 5 times the effective HP of this one. Hopefully. Now, I don't actually think that I have everything necessary other than Minmatar frigate. So let's go back to my old. Because let's not do all of this effort and then not be able to do this. So what am I missing here? So for these are autocannon 2s. So I can take these down to autocannon 1s. That's fine. And then this is multi-spectrum coating, which is reducing the damage I take. So I can maybe get small autocannon specialization, which I think is the only thing I'm missing for these Tech 2s. Nope, missing a lot of stuff for these Tech 2s. So we're not going to worry about that. And then let's take a look at this and let's see the requirements here. The only thing I'd be missing is hull upgrade 4, which requires 1 day. So I might be able to keep this multi-spectrum coating too. Definitely going to have to take these down to tier 1 modules. Doesn't really make me feel bad. Totally fine with that. But you'll see, I mean, the effective HP of that other ship was 5k. The effective HP of this ship is 24k. Let's turn this module off, and it's still 22. So I already have, but I'm overloading my CPU. I think once I take these down to Tech 1s, though, the CPU probably, that'll be fine. And then honestly, probably the depleting in 51 seconds probably won't be a problem either. Of course, I can turn this stasis webifier off. That saves me a little. Don't have that active. I'm cap stable, which is crazy. So we just need to activate this in bursts to get where we're going. We have our Nosferatu, but if we're not using that, oh, nope, we have to be using that or we're fucked. Let's take these down and let's just see what happens when we're using the Tech 1s that we're not going to have a choice. Go to turrets and launchers, small 200 millimeter autocannon. Oh, okay. So their power draw is, or their capacitor draw is the same. That's interesting. Was not what I was expecting. But a minute is still a fairly long time. And then we've got our active damage control module. Which, I mean, if that's off, it doesn't actually do shit. Cool. Yeah. 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 Let's look at rigs and let's see. Well, I can also put a capacitor control circuit. So what does this do? Show in. Ship modification designed to increase a ship's projectile turret rate of fire at the expense of increased power grid need. For projectile weapons, penalty using more than one. So if I take this off, we put a small capacitor control circuit. Let's put Mark II in here. That gives us a minute 30 instead. It's going to reduce our attack speed, which reduces our DPS. But 100 DPS is fine, I think. Big deal is being able to keep our micro warp drive. Don't like the idea of the Nosferatu either. And then actually, because we have this, right, we can go to mediums here. Go to capacitor. Small capacitor booster. Provides a quick injection of power into the capacitor. We don't necessarily want that. Look at the batteries here. Small battery. Not have the ability to run the battery? Do that, we're stable. But we have a power grid overload. But I don't need the Nosferatu. But not having the Nosferatu makes me not stable anymore. I hate everything. Okay, can I use a tier 2 small cap battery? Yeah, I believe I can. If I do that, then I can kill the Nosferatu and still beat it a minute 20 here. Okay, it's definitely the armor repairer causing problems. Honestly, the armor repairer and this micro warp drive. So I guess as long as I'm not running them both. Let's go all the way back to the beginning of this fit. Because as things stood, we were already in a position where if I wasn't running that micro warp drive, I was fine. And if I wasn't running this, I was fine. Maybe even without that. Let's see. That's not stable. That is stable. So this ancillary armor repairer is a huge part of what's causing my problem. Definitely do want a battery. Because that gives me a minute of running everything. But if I have this off, I'm stable. If I have this off, I'm stable. I'm not stable very high, right? I'm stable at less than half capacitor here. And I'm stable at 65% here. But it means I don't need the knob. Yo, what's up, Rare Rick? I think you're right. I am running those not on. Oh, I don't know what the quad lift is. Is that a different kind of micro warp drive? I mean, 8 minutes is fine. And again, that's only going on because this is showing active. And I'll only be running the armor repairer when my armor goes down. Oh, this is a nightmare. What's really obnoxious is that if I was skilled up, then this would probably just be cap stable. Yeah, well, I'm not trying to PvP right now, which is part of the reason I'm trying to get rid of this. There's some turrets at the gas that I want to get, and they're in C1 space. And previously in C1 space, I was able to destroy most things with Destroyer and just be just fine, and then go in and huff the entire gas cloud. Yeah, it's uh, not my fit. I stole the fit. But I'm just trying to put myself in a position. And so the big deal is that those turrets, they hit really hard and they're stationary and they're fairly far away from each other. And so I need the micro warp drive to help me get to them. Hopefully their tracking speeds are very good. I think the micro warp drive will help me resist some damage. But, and I don't think they're going to have very many hit points. I think they're very glass cannony is what it seems based on my expectations, based on how easy it was to kill the enemies with the destroyer previously. So, but it's C1 space, right? It should be fucking easy. And the fact that I can't seem to get a fit together that I feel like is going to be able to survive long enough to take the five of them out really starting to piss me off. Just kind of leaving me in a spot where I don't really know what to do with myself. I mean, I can just go find another gas cloud. Well, so it's not just about reducing I also have to get to them, right? They're 50 kilometers on average away from me. So I have to jump 5 times, right? I have to close 50 kilometers 5 times in a row. And so just having an afterburner, I don't think is going to be enough. How is the afterburner requiring more? Oh, it's not. Never mind. I think that's the only one I can use. I don't think I can use that one. Yeah, so I mean, that's less than half the speed. Microwave drive, boom your signatures so they make you really. Oh, okay. It's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think it's possible. I need a better destroyer or a better cruiser or something like that to be able to do it, or more skills so that I can, really complete this fit. Because I guess this is cap stable. Oh, maybe we try this. Tech 1's on instead of the Tech 2's here. I mean, I haven't fought them more than once. But yeah, the first time I just approached it, I understand the zigzagging is better. But I didn't think that I was going to be taking that much damage. But I don't know how many of the towers were actually hitting me, because some of them I was approaching, right? Because they're in a big circle. So if you're going directly at one, then you're at least moving at some angle. I don't know if the other four were all hitting me. I don't know if just one of them was hitting me. Like I've only been in there one time, and I lost my destroyer when I did it. I don't know. Seems like a waste of time. Try and figure this out. You think I could even do it with a rifter? Hmm. There we go. Oh, there we go. Probably as good as that's going to get. Hours. Do you think I'm going to have a hard time hitting them? They are stationary targets. I mean, I know that shield extender doesn't do a ton, but or do you mean a tracking disruptor? I feel like there's virtually no chance that I succeed at this. Fuck it. Gives a shit, right? Go big or go home. Let's go flush 18 million ISK down a toilet. All right, everything's already loaded. I accidentally bought a cat booster for no reason. Nope. Did I lose my audio? I think in all of that, I lost my game audio. That's cool. No, it's there. Never mind. Let's see. Rare. I'm gonna have to rescan down this fucking thing. Gross. Definitely going to have lost the scan on this gas site, so I'm gonna have to scan it down again. Everything in this game is so fucking complicated. I've lost the scans before while I'm still in the game. Or maybe I only thought I did. Maybe I'm smoking crack. Who knows? Should just go kill this nerd.
Warp drive active. Warp drive active.
Make sure I actually left my venture here. I'm pretty sure I did come back here and leave my venture. It's possible I didn't. The wormhole's still scanned down, so. Let's see, these all need to go together. This needs to go right here. The nanite needs. Tracking computer can be there, that's fine.
Docking request accepted.
Hey, we did leave our venture here. We're not an idiot. That's fantastic news. Fantastic. Now let's go blow up 20 million ISK.
Warp drive active.
See if we can't just undo all the progress we made in the last 2 days in a single day. Nothing like going 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Warp to within 30 kilometers and see if one of these will be closer to me that way. I don't have to waste a bunch of time trying to get to it this time. We'll see if I can kill one, get out, kill another one, get out, kill another one, get out, right? Like I don't have to necessarily go to each one individually. But I do only have like 5,000 effect. So I am going to die in like 2 hits. Closest one right there. Oh yeah, no, I'm fucking dead. Oh, these things got hit points for days. Nice. Dope. And they don't even blow up my capsule. Off. Yeah, I mean, that wasn't even close. Wasn't even close. You gotta think that there would be any wormhole space that an alpha clone. Apparently not. Apparently that's Omega only content. Well established Omega only content. Now I imagine if I had my wolf 24,000 EHP instead of 5,000 EHP, probably I could have won that fight. But that requires being all the way to Minmatar frigates level 5, which I am not. It's an onboarding process like this, though. The first volley was hard, but after that, leave the plane. I mean, you're never gonna get new players to play this game if I can only be in high sec. I mean, it's not even a question of knowledge. It's a question of the fact that you just need more skill points, right? You can't have not having skill points limits the amount of power that can be in your fits. It limits the amount of CPU that can be in your fits. It limits, I mean, all of that stuff. It limits your DPS significantly. It limits your tank significantly. Even even your tank and stuff for your base level ships can be increased drastically with skill points. But because that's all tied to a timer, you just you literally have no choice but to sit around with your thumb in your ass and wait for a timer. I can't make my character any better in any I would literally be making the same progress I'm making right now if I wasn't playing the game. And it's pissing me the fuck off. But it also doesn't necessarily have to change, right? The skill system can be based on a timer like that, but this timer is as long as it is to motivate you to spend money, right? If you're an alpha clone, then you need Omega to gain skill points at double the rate, and I'm okay with the subscription model. I am, but when you generate problems, when you create issues and then sell me a solution, then you're no longer dealing in good. And the problem is that all of that space is specifically balanced so that you have to be at a certain place to be able to access it. And then the values, quantities, and availabilities of resources that you can find in space where you can actively be doing stuff as a lower tier player will not allow you to gain the wealth that you need to move forward. So they're trying to drive you out of the lower tier space into the higher tier space so they can kill you, so they can motivate you to spend money. What's up, Wheat? How are you today? I really want to like this game. Really do. It's starting to upset me. I don't know, Wheat. Probably break something. Actually, probably end the stream because I'm in a really bad mood. And that is not going to bode well for the stream having any sort of quality or any sort of value for people watching because I'm just going to bitch and complain and be angry. So I think we're probably going to call it for the day. I'm just having trouble trying to get in and get some gas. I can't beat the C1 enemies, making me angry. Yeah, I think that's going to be the end of it. Rare, thanks for trying to help me out to get a fit set up that I could actually take that. It's entirely possible that somebody who was a better pilot than me could have made that work, but I'm not going to throw 20 million ISK ships at that until I figure it out. Then I won't have made any progress in the last couple of days, and that's not really going to help. So I'll probably be back tomorrow. And, when I've had a moment to take in everything that happened and try and figure out a better way to go about things, then we will try and do a better job tomorrow. But for right now, I'm not going to make any progress. I'm not going to have any relevant thoughts because I'm just mad. So we're going to call it. Thanks everybody for coming out. I hope everybody has a good day, and I will see you all tomorrow.